Hi, my name is Dr. Shannon Irvine, and I'm the host of Epic Success Podcast. And I am excited to share with you today this game-changing goal-setting system. You see, do you remember a point where you started to dream, right? You wanted more for your life. You wanted to be able to provide for your family in a way that did not take you away from them. I can remember it was like it was yesterday. There was a moment when I had started my nonprofit and then I'd had my son. And I was in the process of finishing up my master's degree in business and running my own company and having my child and trying to get my education. And it was just too much. And I remember a moment when I literally broke down and just felt that tug of war, that like, this is pulling me this way, this is pulling me this way. There's something inside of me that all I want to do is be with my son, but I want to grow my business and I want to be able to continue on with my dreams. And how do I do all that? And I just felt like I couldn't be productive enough in a day, and I couldn't achieve goals, and it made me feel like a failure. And I remember just vividly falling down on my bed and just being exhausted, being overwhelmed, and feeling like I'm going to have to give something up. I'm going to let my dream die. And I couldn't imagine that, I knew God put that desire in my heart to serve the orphans in Uganda. He had put the desire in my heart to be an entrepreneur, and I had been for long before I founded the nonprofit. And he put the desire in my heart to finish up my education so that I could really, really help people. Now, at the time, I was getting my master's in business, and later went on to completely switch because I got so obsessed with learning how the brain worked and why some people that were successful were and why others weren't. And it didn't start that way. It started with me wanting to really help the kids in Uganda figure out how to deal with their post-traumatic stress and wanting to understand what creates stress in the brain and how is it that we handle stress. And it's so closely connected to when we overwork ourselves here and we don't work smart. We don't try to have this kind of success that is defined for us by ourselves, not by the world, and not by other people, but really inside of us. So I remember sobbing and just thinking, I'm going to have to give something up. I'll just have to put my dreams on hold until my kids are old enough. And then I just sat up and I really just had a clarity of moment when I just thought to myself, I think it was probably God just stirring my heart of, if these dreams were put in me, then there's got to be a way. And there's got to be a way because other people do it, and I'm as smart as they are. If other people can do it, why can't I do it? And then that moment was like the light bulb moment for me. And I became obsessed with studying how successful people were able to get it all done. I was totally consumed with the top of the industry in terms of productivity, time management, motivation, focus. And then I went on and finished my PhD and really started to understand how the brain works, how it's wired, and what on some of those highly, highly successful entrepreneurs have figured out without the degree is there is a specific way that your brain is wired. And if you work with it, you can achieve things that you never, ever could imagine. A lot of us have read Tim Ferriss's 4-hour work week. And I used to think that was like, how could anybody possibly do that? And now I can honestly tell you, because I've distilled down the mentorship that I've had over the last years, and I've distilled down these systems that entrepreneurs use. And then I've also layered on top of that the neuroscience, the way the brain is wired. And I can honestly tell you that this goal setting system is a step-by-step process that you're going to be able to get you're going to be able to plug in. It's plug and play. Step by step by step, you work the system. You're going to come out the other side being able to define when you want to work, what your priorities are, what your goals are, and achieving those goals in half the time. So I'm thrilled that you're part of this. I'm thrilled that you're getting this information. It changed my life. It's been a labor of love. This is my passion project, to be able to share with you what I've been able to do after studying under and learning from some of the greats in the industry on productivity, on leadership, on focus, and then combined with my own super sauce of the neuroscience and the brain, the way the brain works, to really be able to help you get a system in place for your goal setting and a system in place for your productivity, and really be able to start dreaming for those things that you really want to accomplish. Super excited. Love being on this journey with you. Super, super, super thrilled that you are taking this step. It's a big step, and it's a step that a lot of people, 90% of people, don't take. But you're not part of that 90% now. You're part of those people, those few, those upper 3 or 4% that are saying, you know what, this is my year. This is my year. I can do this. I'm as smart as they are. If they can do it, I can do it. I want you to hold on to that. I want you to hold on to that, because I'm not any smarter and they're not any smarter than you are. You have something inside you that only you can give to the world. I mean, God puts very specific things in each one of us. And your thing, the thing that you need to give to the world, is inside you. Don't let it die inside you. You got to give it out. And you don't have to be stressed and overwhelmed, and you can accomplish this. I believe in you. I'm excited for you. I cannot wait to work together to get you to that place where you are saying, I cannot believe this is my life. I'm with you. I'm going to help you build that epic life and business that you love. Cheers for now.